Good morning, everyone. This is Bremster, and today I'm coming to you with what feels like yet another celebration video. I suppose when you've got a small channel that's only just really getting off the ground, you hit what feels like a lot of milestones. And this is a puzzle that has been specifically created for me to celebrate a particular milestone, and that is this is my 100th video. And as you can see in the grid, and I'll turn it off again so you can see, the killer cage plus the lines make out the shape of 100. So this is a puzzle that was created very last minute for me by Scott Strosahl. Thank you very much, Scott, for stepping up and doing this. Someone had said that they were going to do a puzzle for my 100th, and unfortunately a medical situation meant that they couldn't. That is 110% reasonable. The minute that puzzles come before health, something has gone horribly wrong. That is not a correct solution, and the solver should always complain about that one. So what Scott did is he made this puzzle for me. It pretty much landed with me today, and this will be going out tonight. So yeah, this one is not one of those videos that I've recorded forward. I am going to drop a link in the description for the start of the rules explanation in the puzzle, because the rules explanation on this one I think is going to be a little long looking at it, and I'm probably going to ramble a little bit longer than normal because of what this video is. So yeah, this is my 100th video. When I started this channel, I never expected to get that far, and I've been trying to figure out what I want this channel to be. As I've said before, originally I created this channel to showcase my own puzzles, so that I could provide solve videos for my own puzzles if people get stuck, because as you've seen from the sort of videos I present, I like to make sure that people don't get frustrated when doing puzzles. I like to make it that if someone does get stuck, they've got immediate help available to them, and that's what I wanted to do with my channel. It started with a particularly hard puzzle where the feedback was very brutal, and I made a video for that, and then I did another one of my puzzles because I enjoyed the process, and then a friend sent me a puzzle, said do mine, and it just kind of took off from there, and I was doing like 3 or 4 puzzles a week, and now it seems to be happening daily. And I do try and focus on puzzles where they are easy enough that experienced solvers will have fun with them, but they're not so hard that people who are not brand new but still, finding their feet will be able to muddle their way through, maybe with a little bit of help, and that's what the video's for. But they won't feel that they can't get anywhere without absolutely looking at the video, and that maybe not all, but many of the puzzles will be solvable by them. And of course, occasionally I enjoy hard puzzles as well, so they will crop in. I've got one in the queue which I'm expecting I will not be able to blind solve at all. That's going to happen sometimes. It looks like an amazing puzzle and I want to cover it. And of course there was the video a couple of days ago where I had to pause and figure it out because I was completely stuck. So yeah, the whole point on this video is to celebrate my 100th video, and as I said, Scott sent this through. At the same time, within like 36 hours of me doing my 100th video, another milestone happened. So this is also built into this puzzle, which is I have also hit 500 subs. 500 subscribers does not sound like a lot for a YouTube channel, and it's not. But for me, it's huge. I never expected to get this big. And it's because of all of my subscribers and all of the feedback I get that I keep doing this. It is wonderful to wake up most mornings and have people commenting either in the description, in the comments below, or messaging me on Discord is becoming more and more common, and I'll be honest, that is my preferred way to do it because I live on Discord. That they're enjoying the videos and that they want more, and providing feedback, both good and bad, about what they like and what they don't like. Some things I will not change because it's my style. Yeah, I'm going to miss stuff while I'm solving. That's going to happen. Solving on camera is hard, and and because my grid on my screen is, sorry about the microphone tap, this big, that it means that I don't have the small grid where everything is in my eye line. But if I make it too much smaller, I cannot read the digits. My eyes are just not that good. And if I do have glasses, but if I wear my glasses while solving, they it actually doesn't help as much as you might think, because my short vision is fine. At this distance, nothing is particularly blurry. It's another issue. Horizontal and vertical look odd to me, and it's just an oddity. I'm sure there's people out there who understand it more than me. So yeah, it's very much a case of I'm doing what I enjoy. I have not yet asked for Patreon, although there's been some pressure for me to do so. Not necessarily for the concept of get extra stuff, but more for the case of, for people who want to support my channel can. I don't need the help though, so go support Ranksk, go support Scott Strosahl, go support Zetamath, go subscribe to those channels, go support Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles and Enthralling Sudoku. That is a channel that has been instrumental in keeping me going, and I am going to try and continue to bring you puzzles from that, from Ashish Kumar as well, because without Ashish's support early on, I would never have been able to get into Sudoku as I do. So enthralling, unshackling Sudokus and puzzles and enthralling Sudoku, well worth a look. On the subscribers thing, people say I should constantly ask for people to like and subscribe, and I will probably try and remember to start doing that more. When I was being pushed to do that, and I was doing that in more videos, I got a huge subscriber bump in like 3 days, and then when I got lax about it, that slowed down. So it obviously does work for YouTube, putting your videos out there and introducing them to people. That's just the world we live in, and there's not much I can do about it. And if I want to grow the channel, probably I have to do that. So if you like the video, please like it. If you're not subscribing and you're here, please subscribe. Okay. I'm going to say it just because I think more people should see puzzles, not because I'm trying to draw attention away from anyone else. Go to the other channels, pick the ones you like. It's not about me, it's about the puzzles. And speaking of puzzles, I think it's about time we got on to this one. So this is 100 vids, 500 subs. When Scott sent it to me, he didn't give it a name, and I asked if this was okay, and he said yes. So that's what this is. I think he's done a great job, wrong button, of putting the 0 0 into the grid, and this is kind of a 5, as you saw. The other thing he's put in is he's put 2 Bs into the grid. And these are Bs, and these thin grey lines are meant to complete the B. And there's a gap in of course I didn't test it with the highlighting, but there is a gap in the thermo line, which indicates the tip of the thermo. So the tip of the thermo is where there is the break in the line. And I thought that was very clever as well. I did adjust it a little bit to make it look a little bit smoother, but of course when you highlight you can see what's been done. It's a thing. With this one, I've put the rules into just normal variation rules rather than the complete rules. I'm not going to do that unless the rules are very, very long, but when the rules are long, I'm going to start doing that. When I do that, all of the rules will be in full detail in the description below the video. So if you're wanting to solve it, please just read the rules in the description if you're not certain about any of them. But I will cover them, and that's what I'm going to do now. Normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. It feels like I've said that 100 times. Along thermos, digits must strictly increase from the bulb to the tip. What that means is along these thermo shapes, the digits will go up. So this digit will be higher than this digit. This digit will be higher than this digit. This digit will be higher than this digit, and all the way along the thermo. It doesn't have to be sequential. It just needs to be higher than. So this digit will be a lot higher than that one. These are thermo shapes going from here to here to here to here, and from here along here. And this is a thermo shape going here where it splits, and both of these will be higher than that digit, and it also goes up there. We then have in the cage. So in this cage, the 3 digits placed in this cage must sum to 18. Along grey lines, so there are these lines here, which is from here to here, and from here to here. These are between lines, and the digits on the lines must lie between the digits in the circles, which means if we were to put a 4 and an 8 here, these digits must be from 5, 6, and 7. They can't include 4 and 8. They must be strictly between these 2 digits. And that's how between lines work. Blue lines, here's the tricky one. These are lockout lines, and the way lockout lines work is the digits at the end of a lockout line must be at least 4 different. So if this was a 3, this would possibly be an 8, and that they are at least 4 different. But then the digits on the lockout line must be outside the bounds set by those digits. So if this is a 3 and this is an 8, these digits can only be 1, 2, and 9. And that's because all of the other digits are either 3 or 8 or between 3 or 8. So these are basically reverse between lines. And if you're wondering why there's the double diamond on these, it's so it renders both in the CTC app and in Fpuzzles, because Fpuzzles puts lockout lines behind between lines, and the diamonds are invisible. And so the extra diamond was put in, and when I loaded it into this, I thought it looked pretty. The last rule is the orange lines. These are Renban lines, and on Renban lines they must contain a set of consecutive non-repeating digits in any order, which means if you were to take the digits off the line and sort them, they will form a string of consecutive digits. It doesn't matter what order they are in. They just must be a consecutive series of digits once they are sorted. And that's all the rules we've got. I think that's all we've got to go on. Let's give this a shot. So the most obvious thing to me is if we've got 8 consecutive digits within the same box, then it'll either be 1 to 8 or 2 to 9. So the digit that isn't included must be a 1 or a 9. I kind of have to just goodliff or put all of the digits onto this thermo, don't I? So the way I do that is I go, that's got a maximum of 9, maximum of 8, maximum of 7, maximum of 6, maximum of 5, maximum of 4, maximum of 3. So this is 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, and 7, 8, 9. Okay. I do not know how easy this puzzle is. I have never solved it, but that is kind of cool. The maximum digits I can place into this cage sum to 18. So that must be 8, that must be 6, that must be 4. That means that must be 7, that must be 9, this must be 5, and I must pause because I forgot to mute my Discord and I've just started getting ping after ping after ping. I will be back in a moment. Sorry, if I hadn't done that, I would have just got constant distractions. So that means these are 1, 2, and 3. That's kind of cool. I suppose that means I going to mark this thermo. So 9, actually, I'm going to 9876543. So this is 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, and 7, 8, 9. Now, I can't put a 6 there. Now, if I, which means this was 7, 8. Removing an option. Oh, that means this can't be 7, because if this was 7, this would have to be 8 or 9. If this was 8, this would have to be 9. I cannot put a 7 there, which means I cannot put a 6, 5, 4, or 3 there. I now have a 1, 2, 3 triple along here. So neither of these can be 1, 2, or 3. Well, they couldn't have been 2 anyway. Oh, what am I talking about? Where does 1 go in this box? It must go there. It is the only... so on a thermo, if I put a 1 anywhere else in this box, what would I put below it? This must be a 1. Similarly, while there are 2 tips to thermos, which are the only place you can put a 9, that one is also continued. So that is the only place I can put a 9. So that means there's no 1 here. So 1 is in one of these two, so 1 is in one of those two. So this can go up to 7. This must be the 8. Because if this was a 7, where would I put the 8 in the box? So this is an 8. And now where do I put 7? Because I can't put it in the top row. It must go somewhere on a thermo. That is a 7. And that is one of the other digits. No, it can't be 4 or 5. So it's 2, 3, or 6. Because it's 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, and it cannot be 4, 5. Okay. So 6 has to go somewhere down here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hang on. I don't think 6 can go there. Because if 6 was there, I think I break this. 6, 5, 4, 2, 1 would make both of those 3. I can only use one of 1, 2, or 3. So if I was to use 1, 2, or 3, 1, 4, 5, 6, I can't put 6 there. Because I can only use one of 1, 2, or 3. Actually, that's going to be interesting. Which means that can never be lower than a 4. 4, 5, 6, 7. And I must put 1 somewhere in the box. So that's the 1. So that's not the 1. That's the 1. 9 in this case could go in either of those two. Oh, this 9 makes this a 1. But once we've got the 1 and 9 pair on these Renban lines, they've kind of done their job. So obviously the 1 and 9 pair is going to do something interesting. Although just giving us the 1, 9 and then completing the 100 and the 500 is very nice. So 4 is the most restricted digit from the givens. 4 must go in one of those 3. Oh, I was about to just start marking this when I realized 1 and 1 puts 1 into one of those 3, but you can never put 1 on a between line. So 1 must go into one of those 2 digits. Now we ask ourselves, where does 1 go in column 6. 1 can't go there because 1 is locked into those two cells. 1 can't go there because 1 is locked into those two cells because it can't go on the between line, and it can't go in either of these because of the pointing ones and that too. 1 must go in one of those 3 cells, which means that is a 9. So this Renban is 1 to 8, and this one is 2 to 9. That's very cool. I like that. So is 1s and 9s the trick to this puzzle? So 9 must go down here. 9 can never go on a between line. And the reason that is if you put a 9 on a between line, what are you going to put outside the 9? You'd have to put a 10, and that's not a legal Sudoku digit. And that's why I was able to make the elimination here for the 1 and not put it there. Because if I was to put a 1 there, what's it going to be between? I'm pretty certain I'm going to need my lockout line calculator for this puzzle, but maybe not. So 4 is also in those. No, it's not, because 4 is up there. 4 is in those two digits. So 4 can't be here because of that. 4 here because there is a pair of 4s in there and it's knocked out of there. So that puts 4 in there. So can I do more with 1s? 1 has to go into one of those two and one of those 3. I marked these 3 because it's not as obvious, but these ones are pretty obvious because of those. So I'm not going to mark that. 9s. Oh, that 9 means that's not a 9. That is a 9. So 8 is now in one of those two, because if 8 was anywhere further down a thermo, what would you put above it? Does that mean that can't be 6? If this is 6, this would be 8, this would be 7, and we would achieve equilibrium in the world. Do I want to good lift these thermos? Who am I kidding? Of course I want to good lift these thermos. 8, 7, it can't be 6, so 5 and 4. And I can't put 2, 3 here. So if I was to say, okay, so this can be 2, 3, or 4, it can't be. This is 4, this is 5, this can't be 6 or 7, this is 7, this is 8. That was forced from that 2, 3 pair. That's clever. So the digits I've got left, this is not 8, are, and this is just an increasing thermo, so they just go in. So this is 2, 3, and 6. Okay, yep, I wanted to good lift these thermos. Absolutely I did. That puts 4 into one of those two. Now, this is now a known pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is an 8, 9 pair, and the 9 resolves it. That's an 8, and that's a 9. This is a known triple. 1, 3, and 5. I'm not seeing a restriction on that. And this is 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9. Yes, so 2, 4, 7. Well, this isn't 4 because of that 4. This is also, actually, I'm going to do some stuff up here and see if I can get anything on the between line, because this can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7 are what go in here. That can't be 4. So if this is 4, I don't think that can be 4. I think that makes that a 4. So if this is a 4 and this was a 5, there is nothing between 4 and 5. If this is 4 and 3, there is nothing between 4 and 3. So this would have to go 4, 1. The only digits possible between 4 and 1 are 2 and 3. So this would be a 2, Oh no, that would be a 3. This would be a 2, this would be a 3, this would be a 2. No, that all works. Damn, okay, I thought I'd spotted something, but I haven't. And if this is a 5, this could be a 1, this could be a 2, 3, 4, this could be a 2, 3, 4. No, that was not the way to go. I do need to put an 8 in here. Wait, I need to put an 8 in this row. So right thought, wrong direction. I need to put an 8 in this row, and I cannot put an 8 on this between line because what digits could 8 be between? If I put an 8 on a between line, one of these would have to be a 9, and it can't be. So this becomes an 8-9 pair. So this is 2, 3, or 6. And it's not 2. So this is 3 or 6. So this is 1, 3, or 6. Thing is, that seems to be the most restricted area. So how am I... There is no way Scott sent me a broken puzzle. I do not believe that for a heartbeat. What has happened is I am missing stuff. What I'm missing is, see that 9 right there? There's a thing on a Sudoku grid called rules of normal Sudoku rules, and this 8-9 pair right here, this 9 right here means that this cannot be a 9 because you can only have... I'm sorry, I'm being a bit silly. Yeah, that's an 8. That's a 9. We now have a 9 on a lockout line, which is one of the most useless digits you can have on a lockout line, because what that means is neither of these will be a 9, which they already couldn't. Yay! Because any 2 digits that don't include a 9 automatically exclude 9. The 9 is outside their bounds. So, yeah, putting a 9 on a lockout line does not help very much. But what I did miss is on this between line, the biggest digit I can put is a 7. So if I put a 7 there, where am I going to put the 8 or a 9? I'm not. That is not a 7. This is only a 6 if this is a 7. Hang on, that's... No, sorry. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm sure there's something obvious I'm missing, but, you know. But yes, this is only a 6 if this is a 7. If this is a 5, this would have to be lower than 2 or 4. Hang on. Wait. Think about it the other way. So what I was doing is trying to work up, but what if I try and work down? If this is a 5, this is, and this is 4, this would have to be lower than 4, and it can't be. If this is 5, this is 2, this would have to be 1, and it can't be. This is not 5. If this is 3, this, okay, now I'm a bit better off. But this can't be 5 anymore. This might be more restricted than I think because of the 4 difference restriction. So if this is 4, this can't be 4. This can't be 4. It can't be 4. The reason it can't be 4. So the reason this can't be 4, I just said saying that, is because the only digits that are 4 different from 4 out of 1 to 9 is 8 and 9. Which would mean I'd have to put an 8 or a 9 there. And I can't. This is not the 4. This is the 4. Which means those are not 4. Which means because of that 4, that 4, that 4, all of these are being eliminated, and I can put a 4 right there. That means that is a 2. Means that is a 4, and that is a 7. Now I need to keep 2 on the between line, so one of these needs to be a 1, That's the 1. And if this is a 3, this could be a 5 or a 7. If this is a 6, this is a 7. Couldn't be a 4. Couldn't be a 4. So if this is a 5, this can't be a 5 either. So the only different digits that are different than 5. Now that it not being a 4 forced that to be a 1 because of the 2 that was placed here. And now, if this is a 5, I'd have to put a 1 or a 9. Oh, I'd already had that 1, so I could have done that a lot earlier. But I'm still going to celebrate finding it from there. If this is a 5, this has to be a 1 or a 9, and it can't be. This must be a 7, which is unhelpful for the between line, but it did give me that 5, so I got more digits. I'm always happy with more digits. So this is either 5 or 6 because I need to be 4 different. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I've got a 7, 8, 9 in the column. So if this is 5 or 6, this needs to be from 6, 7, 8, or 9. So it's not a 1. This is not a 1. This is a 1. And this is from 6, 7, 8, or 9. And it's not 7, 8. So it's not 7, 8. So this is from 6 or 9. It's actually 9 because of Sudoku. 9 can't go there, 9 can't go there, 9 can't go there. This is a 9. So this is still 5 or 6. I have not had that narrowed down. 1, 3, well, this is not a 1 anymore. So this is the 1. So what digits am I missing from this column? 2, 3, 5, and 6. Well, I can't put 2, 3 there. So this is a 5 or a 6, which means this is a 3, this is a 6, this is a 2. That 3 makes that 4, 5, and 6, which means that there is no 6 there. So I've got 2, 3 pairs. It's not a deadly pattern because these are offset, so these could all get resolved somehow from up here. 2 must go in here somewhere. Not going to mark that because it is fairly obvious. 7. We've got 7 on a lockout line. So this is from 1, 2, or 3, and it's not 1. So now I've got a 2, 3 pair. 7 on a lockout line. This can only be... So if this was a 2, this would have to be from 1, 8, or 9, and it can't be 1. And if it's 3, it would have to be from 1, 2, 8, or 9, and it can't be a 1. No, it can't be a 2 either. So this is from an 8 or a 9, that 2. So this is from 8 or 9. And I must put a 9 in one of those 2 digits because 9's looking into the box. Okay. This is a heavily constrained between line now. So minimum here is 2, maximum here is 6. So these would have to be from 3, 4, and 5 only. This cannot be a 4 or a 5. This is a 3, which means this can't be a 3. It has to be a 2. This can't be a 4. Oh, wait, that has resolved all these 2 3s. 3, 2. This is fun. Oh, wait. Yes, okay. Someone had commented recently that missing Sudoku happens too often. I mentioned before, there's not much I can do about that. And it turns out I did not need my lockout line calculator. So that's kind of fun. These are 2, maybe I did look at it once, 2, 4, and 7. I can't put 4 in there, so that... No, wait, wrong. See that digit in black? That is what's called a given digit. Now, a given digit is a digit that the setter gives you at the beginning of the puzzle, and it's actually one of the digits from 1 to 9 that you cannot place in the box, row, or column. 2, 7, and 8. That's not a 2. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, and 6. There is a 2, 4 in the column, so that is a 6. And there is no 6 there. We knew that there's no 4 there, so that's the 2 and that's the 4. Did that narrow anything down? You know that 5 is in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we need to put. So this is a 5, 9 pair because we need to put 5 and 9 in here. It can't go there because of the 5, 9, and 5, 9 looking at there means that's 5, 9. This becomes 7, 8. So these are 1, 2, 3, 7, and 8. That can't be 7 and 8, so that becomes the 3, and we've got a 7, 8 pair here. May not have been the most efficient way of seeing it because I had the 2, 7, 8 there, but eh. This is just a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This can't be a 6, so that means this is a 6. Oh, what am I talking about? 5 is not between 2 and 5. That is a 3, which means that's a 5 and that's a 3. I think, yeah, this is an 8 or a 9, but I've now, whichever it is, fulfills the lockout line, between line done, between line done, between line done, thermo, thermo, thermo. Renban was done as soon as I got the 1, 9 pair, so we're now just down to ending with the Sudoku. So these are 1, 5, and 9. So this is a 1, 5, this is a 1, 5, 9. Really? Okay. This is the 7, 8, 5, 9. So it's 1, 5, 7. This is 1, 5, 7. It can't be 1. Okay, so it's in this box? 1, 1. Well, I can't put a 1 there anymore. So 1 is in one of those two. 2, I've got 3 is right there. 4, I've got 5 is not there or there. So 5 is in one of those two. 6, 6 is here. Oh, so this is 1, 5, 6. Oh, that 2. Remember what I said about black digits not that long ago? That's a 2. This is a 7, 8 pair. So this is 1, 5, 6. There is a 5 and a 6 in here. So that is the 1. That is not the 1. This is a 5, 6 pair. Something will... Oh, that 1 was looking at... Yeah, that 1 had been there for a very long time. That is 7. That is 6. That is 8. That is 9. That is 1. That 6 makes that 5. These two digits are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and the 8 over here or the 7 over here will resolve it. That is 7, that is 8. That 7 looks down, making that 8, makes that 7, which looks over, making that 8 and that 7. The 9 makes this 5, and right in the bottom left corner, as if I was reading it like a book, I can put in a 9 and complete the 100 vids, 500 subs by Scott Strosahl. I decided not to, even though he gave me the ability to name the puzzle, to put 4 Bremster in it. It just found a little bit ego over the top, even though he did put the B's in the puzzle for me. So thank you very much, Scott. Thank you very much, everyone, for sticking with me for 100 videos. Yeah, it's just weird. Not going to be a big channel celebration coming unless I hit 1,000 subs or probably 250 videos, which I imagine if I keep up this routine is going to happen, I know, middle of the year. Yeah, 150 days. I'm not going to math. 150 days is a little under half a year. So, yeah, thank you, Scott. That was a great puzzle. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope everyone who watches does decide to come and join us on the Sudoku Solvers Discord, where you will find a lot of really amazing people. I hope more. I'm literally at the point where I've got a queue, but it's starting to look a little bit thin and threadbare. So I hope setters would like to send me some puzzles. I've got a few coming up. There have been a few that I have failed to solve, and a few that I have felt were not really appropriate for my channel. And I've got some ideas in mind for what I'm going to do for puzzles that either I can't fit in, and I know I just said that I'm after submissions, but there are definitely... There's definitely a thing that I'm going for, and I am receiving enough submissions, but I do want to have a bit of a choice for what I do. And I don't like rejecting people, but And it's not rejecting people, and that's what I want to do. I want to try and come up with a way of bringing puzzles that don't make it to a feature to people anyway as a choice. And I've got a couple of options for that. So we will see what happens. Thank you everyone for watching, and thank you for sticking with me through 100 videos. I can't believe it. And here's hope we can continue to grow together. I hope I can continue to help you with your Sudoku solving, because that's the main feedback I get, is that this channel is helping a lot of people. And that's why I'm still doing it, really. That getting those messages just makes my day in a time when my day's not made by very much. So thank you very much. And everyone, good luck with your solving.